Welcome to Marriage and the Future Forward Female. I do this every year, and this is the third year. And this particular year, guess who our guest is? I am the guest on this particular series, and I'm going to be answering some questions. Well, I feel responsible. I remember this answer. It was the answer Pastor Visi gave, I think a few years back. And truly, I think I understand that answer more now. Truly, I feel responsible. There is so much to do. I think I'll just leave it at that. I feel responsible. So I have no regrets. I look at my life and everything that has happened is a lesson. Everything that has happened is an opportunity for growth. Everything that has happened is God turning what the enemy meant for evil and turning it for my good. So there are no regrets. Means you've got it better, yes. Every night now gets me closer to its best. Believing you'll be leading me to somewhere I'll be. I think I have the best circle. No pressures, none from my family, none from church. The only pressure is Instagram and social media and maybe the society. But truly, and that is why for me, I spend more time with family, church folks than I do on social media, because they influence my life more. You go on social media, pressures here and there, but truly, no pressures from my family. In fact, my pastor said, "Do you want to get married?" I said, "Not yet." And she was like, "If you don't want to get married now, then you don't have to." Then when I clocked 34 and was like, "Okay, I'm ready to get married now," she said, "Okay, good, now you're ready to get married, so the right man will come." So, no pressures. And every no means you've got it better, yes. Every night now gets me closer to its best. Believing you'll be leading. Okay, so while growing up, I would say between 18 and 20 years, I wanted to get married early. I had that dream. Finish school, after school the next thing is to get married. But then at about 22, 23 thereabout, I had someone around me who was very interested in marriage, and I think that was the first time that my eyes were opened to the fact that, blessing, you really won't marry. And at that point, I didn't even know what I wanted to do with my life yet. So I knew that the next step wasn't marriage at all. And after that, I would say I found purpose. I started living it. And when I was clocking 28, 29, you have to be married before you get 30. And people will ask, when are you getting married? I would say next year. But then when I pray about it, I remember one day I was praying about it and God said, "Do you really want to get married now?" I said, "No." He said, "Then you don't have to get married now if you don't want to get married now." Because truly, when I looked at it, it was more like I wanted to get married because people feel I should get married because I'm clocking 30. But when I looked at my life, I didn't envision marriage. I've envisioned other things, but not marriage. And I think it's because I understand the responsibilities and commitment that marriage also comes with. And when I looked at my life, I looked at what I was building, I just knew it wasn't time for marriage yet. So I've always been very contented with that. My hopes and plans, it can be hard, even break my heart, but I've come to understand every no means you've got it better. Fulfillment for me now is the lives you are impacting. That is the most important thing. Marriage is good, yes, but the most fulfilling thing for me now is the lives I've impacted. I look back at my life. Today I was asking myself, you're 35. Have you led at least 35 people to Christ? And I was able to nod my head and say, yes, I have. So for me, that is fulfillment.
I looked at the lives I'm changing, the children, the work I'm doing, and for me, that is fulfillment.
You will meet my each and every need, and I am sure of your great love for me. Every
Success. Well, I bless God for where I am, but if any man is scared of this or feels insecure about this, then what would they say about the future? Because there is so much more. But I don't think I know anyone or have had anyone around me who is intimidated about my success, or maybe they were but they never told me. But nah.
He's got it
No, I've never felt disappointed at all, because the onus is on me. God told me, when you want to get married, you will get married. So I don't think there's even a waiting period. If anybody's waiting, it is God that is waiting on me.
even more. Gotta just wait, gotta have faith. He's got something good in store. And every no means you've got.
Well, I will tell my 25-year-old self that you made the right decision not to have married too early. And that is for me, really. And what has helped me is understanding purpose. Now, people get married at different ages, but I knew that for me, that wasn't the time. I had desired it earlier, but for me, I felt it wasn't the time yet. So to my 25-year-old, great job for not getting into pressure and getting married just because you wanted to get married before you clock 30. Thank you for waiting and being this amazing woman that you are right now. So,
Even break my heart, but I've come to understand. Every no means you've got it better, yes. Every not now gets me closer to.
so I have learned from a very early age that getting married doesn't automatically take loneliness away, because there are people who are married but are even lonely, even in that marriage. So for me, when it comes to practical ways to handling it, is the people you have around you, valuing them. And for me, that is the greatest, should I call them asset? The most valuable things, if I was to call them things, are the people I have in my life. So I can't even afford to be lonely. Is it my work life? Is it my church life? Is it my family? And as a single woman, you should also spend time, having fun and enjoying yourself. Like my pastor would say, you should not be waiting like a mango that will be plucked. You should be living your life. And believe me, if you're living your life day by day, enjoying your life, living purpose, I don't think there'll be anything like loneliness in that context of being lonely because you're not married.
Need is somewhere I'll be blessed. Every no means you've got it better, yes.
Last year, during Marriage and the Future Forward Female, one of the things that Pastor Ramesh said that has stuck with me is that when it comes to hearing from God and knowing who to marry and when to marry, it's not something that happens automatic. It means there's this relationship that you have with God over time, that you have heard Him in your life, maybe in the business to venture in, where to live, where to move to. So if you've been working in that life where you hear the Holy Spirit, He's also going to talk to you about when to get married and who to get married to. So for people who seem to be in their waiting period, the question now is, what is the Holy Spirit saying? What is God saying? Is He saying you should wait? Is He saying it is time for you to get married now? It is personal. For others, they are destined to get married early. others in their 30s, others above. But then, what is God telling you? You, not social media, not your family members. What is God telling you?
One thing I've learned, gotta live with open hands, lift an offering of all my hopes and plans. It can be hard, even break my heart, but I've come to understand every no means you've got it better, yes. Every night now gets me closer to its best. Believe it.